Good afternoon. Hopefully everyone is awake after this beautiful lunch that we had. So Blair, I'm watching you. You need to be kind of awake for this one. Thank you for having me.
Sat in the front.
I know, right? Thank you for having me. Before I start, I quickly want to assess the room and see who are the audience here. If you guys quickly tell me Army, Navy, Air Force, industry, quickly. Anyone, everyone? Just a few?
Army thing.
Definitely, I could have told you that.
I'm with him.
You're with him, all right. Industry? Navy. Academia. Marine. All right, so we have a mix here. All right, glad to have you guys in this session. Do you have a clicker?
Yeah, I can, I don't know, maybe.
All right, we're going to stay on this
I
page.
guess we're going to just.
Okay, here we go. CAEO was established last year as the Central Program Office for DoD. What does that mean in a real sense? We were established to be the conduit between DoD and academia. We are to assess all the services, all of the programs within DoD, and make sure that they are aligned with the mission of the office, DoD, when it comes to cyber academia or cyber academics, and connect them with the 480 plus centers of academic excellence within our purview. There are six, our mission, of course, is to inspire the next generation of cyber talent and bring them to DoD. That is our mission and our vision for this office. How do we do that? How are we to accomplish such a huge mission? From where we are looking, it is not that difficult. But again, when you sit down and you look at all the components that is required, all of the initiatives required to accomplish such a monumental task, it is very difficult. And it cannot be done just by DoD or by one office. I was looking at the theme of this event that basically says winning together. That basically sums up everything that I want to say today. We are partnering with academia because that is the foundational task, or that is the foundational project that we have to be involved with academia, because that drives most of what we do on the DoD side. But we also cannot do this without our industry partners. We cannot do this without other governmental entities. So in a sense, we are all in this marriage and this relationship together. My office oversees these programs. Viceroy, you will hear from them later on today. NSA CAE program, UC2, I have to read all of this, senior military colleges and CIC. So these are the 5-6 programs that fall in CSA, the scholarship program. So these are the programs that fall under this office, but in addition to these programs on this side, we also have the entire DoD, all of the components, all of the services that also fall under this preview when it comes to academic engagement, cyber academic engagement. Okay. One of the things that I want to talk about, or one of the programs that I want to talk about, is the academic piece. And why is that relevant to this discussion today, or to this presentation today? Within DoD umbrella, entire DoD, there are many programs that cater to be it scholarship, summer camps, research, and they do a great job of keeping track on all of these programs and funding. But none of these programs talk to one another. So that is a problem because none of what we do gets reported upward to Congress. We should be able to showcase what is it that we do at DoD, and that is currently not being done in a bigger scope or in a bigger platform. So that's one of our jobs, or that's one of our tasks for the next year, or this year, next year, to make sure that we come up with a system where it tracks everything and reports it accordingly upward. That's one of the first things that we have to do, one of the first priorities for this office. Collaboration, partnership is another. This office, is going to be partnering with all DoD agencies, components, because we have to do a solid or a good sense of assessment, collect that data. Just a quick example, as recent as yesterday, I met with one entity within DoD, and we were just talking about some job roles and whatnot. And they mentioned that they work with 85 universities. So I asked them, I said, how many of these universities are part of the Centers of Academic Excellence? They had not heard about the Centers of Academic Excellence. So that surprised me because, again, there are so many benefits to joining this community because, again, when DoD funds any kind of projects, we are encouraging them to make sure that they are following DCWF job roles, because that is how we communicate with universities so they can adjust their curricula to DCWF. So that is the future of this office and our relationship, this partnership, where we would like to see a seamless process going through the university system and that whole process, because Alfredo in a minute is going to talk about something extremely important that is key to our process. Alfredo's team and a couple of other teams, they will tell us number of vacancies in DoD. And once we have those numbers of vacancies and exactly what is it that DoD is looking for, we take that information, we give it to our academic institutions, those who are under the Centers of Academic Excellence in Cyber, and we tell them, this is what we are hiring. So be it through degree program or certification, these individuals or these institutions will move students through the process, and by the time they are done, they are ready to walk into DoD jobs. At least that is our intent. And what is the benefit for educational institutions to be part of this group? It is me. I needed something. It is funding, of course, funding for research, funding for capacity building grants, in addition to that, scholarship. So these are the benefits, and also, in addition to that, there's an entire community that can assist one another, be it in their curricula, be it in best practices, anything that you can think of cyber, that there's an entire community that can assist one another and can give us best practices as well. So this is, in a nutshell, what this office is all about. And again, we need every single person, every single entity to assist us, to educate us, and to guide us, and vice versa through this journey, because I believe that this is a beautiful journey. This is exactly where we should be, streamlining, eliminating waste, eliminating duplication. This is all what this office is all about. So With that, I'm going to open the floor for any questions you may have. All right. At 1, 2, all right. That means yes.
With the ongoing changes to funding and budget, what do you see as the future of this office? Do you think it will remain strong?
So, Diba Hadi is an eternal optimist. I get derailed, I fall off the plane, everything, and I'm like, ooh, it could have been worse, and I move forward. We are in NCR. Funding is a bit scarce, but we have a lot of help. We have our academic partners who are assisting us. We have DoD components, services who will be helping us with some projects and identifying some of the gaps. And we have our industry partners, and we also have our other governmental entities who are willing to assist, and they're like, we're here, what is it that you guys need? Because they see the mission is very, very critical, very important for us. Therefore, there are problems. We will always have problems, but I'm always part of the solution. Yeah. Anything else? Any other questions? Yes.
Going back to the mission and where this started, was this a problem identified by the DoD, like the need, the requirement, the need for this office? Was that something that DoD identified, or is that something Congress?
Congress.
So this was Congress identifying a problem and then basically legislating the solution.
Correct.
But you agree that this is a problem, that this is the solution for it.
I have known this for 900 years, my dear sir. When I was, I'm not new to the CAE community. I've been with this community for about 10 years. Different hat, different organization. And I was seeing this, and I'm like, why aren't we doing this? We didn't have the authority, of course, but DoD now has the authority by Congress. Here is the NDA, and this is thou shalt do. And this is a perfect opportunity for us to do it.
If I may add on to that, however, this is not necessarily a situation where Congress had to tell us what to do. Maybe Congress would ask us every year, so how effective are your programs? What are the metrics? How many students are finding their way to DoD employment? And it became just fundamentally difficult to do that because, as Dr. Hadi pointed out earlier, the programs, ironically, many times instituted by Congress in little cylinders, okay, can't speak to each other or don't speak to each other. So here we are as the Department of Defense trying to respond to Congress, saying we don't have the authority to collect the data or have the oversight. So it was Dr. Hadi's office that talked with Congress about it and said, hey, we could use a little bit of help in here. So it's kind of that relationship that led to the language of Section 1510 to establish a CAEO office to give them the authority to respond to Congress in a meaningful way.
The credit goes to Mr. Gorak, who's not here, and his team. One of his team members is already here, Star Hardison, who was involved in the development of all of these documents and everything. I'm just taking the credit right now saying, yeah, I came up with the idea. It doesn't hurt. Looking forward to hearing from everyone, anyone. You have our QR numbers, code, not numbers, code.
Well, we can take a look through the slides.
Okay.
It was displayed under Mr. Gorak's earlier.
Under Mr. Gorak's, okay. Any questions, any suggestions, feel free to contact me. Other than that, I think I'm done.